Hello and welcome to day number 80. How's it going? This was a very quick turnaround from yesterday. I am still wearing exactly the same t-shirt because I recorded 79s just a minute ago. This t-shirt actually, this is something that I've noticed. This t-shirt, I'll see if either and I can get the, yeah, it's my Cornetto trilogy t-shirt, which is a cool t-shirt. Like I got it from, I think I got it from T Fury or something like that. It's a really good t-shirt. I really like it. It's a nerdy t-shirt that's, you know, it's a little bit obscure, but most people will get at least one of the 3 different movies on it and figure out, you know, it's the Cornetto trilogy. Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and The World's End. And yeah, I really like it, but I'm getting to a point where I don't think I can really wear it anymore because it feels like a dress now. It's like really, I mean, it was a loose t-shirt anyway. It was a baggy black t-shirt, but like it was pretty stretched across pre Whole Foods plant-based Martin, and now it's just starting to get like really baggy and loose, and it keeps like falling at the back, and like this neckline is like plunging ever deeper. It's not good. So don't know what I'm gonna have to do about that. Like I probably need to replace a whole bunch of my nerdy t-shirts, like my comic book ones and cartoon reference ones and things like that, but like if I do that all in one go, that's gonna be really expensive. Oh man, I don't know. Like I probably don't need to replace them just yet. I can get by with you know, baggy clothes in summertime, I suppose. It'll be all right. Anyway, right. Let's finish getting sidetracked. Day number 80. I did not have breakfast this morning. I was tempted. I was actually really tempted to have some of the raisin bread, which is hidden just here behind this door seam. But yeah, I just wasn't particularly hungry. Had quite a large amount of water today, actually. I should probably have some more as well. I've just been a bit thirsty, really. Came to lunchtime, me and Rowan had some stuff. I had some of my chili with rice, as you can see here. Again, mixed in some hot chili sauce with it. That's like the hot chili salsa sort of stuff, I should say. It's really good sauce, actually. It's really nice. It's chunky, it's vegetables, there's not too much sugar and stuff in it. Like it's a sauce, so it's got a little bit in, but there's not a great deal, which is very good. It's like very small percentage, and because there's already sauce and everything in the chili, I don't need to put too much of this salsa in to just like really bring it to life and make it wetter, if that's a way to go about calling it. So yeah, that was that. That was really good. I had a much smaller portion, as you can tell from the photograph. Usually I would have one of those, one of the big ramen bowls that we've got, but I didn't think that I could eat that entire amount at lunchtime, so I just had one of the smaller bowls instead, the little spotty bowl, and that was actually fine. You know, that was okay. It wasn't too much where I felt like stuffed and you know what fat me thinks as full, because I have trouble with that. I have trouble figuring out when I'm actually full and when I'm satisfied, as opposed to just like going up until I'm like, okay, I can't possibly fit any more in. Like, I don't know, that's, I don't know, can anyone actually describe the feeling of satisfied and fullness for me? Like, I don't know, I think I constantly go past it into, you know, ridiculousness, but I don't know exactly where it is that I should like be looking to get to. So I don't know. Yeah, anyway, so we had that. Rowan went to sleep immediately afterwards, like, he's been very lethargic today. I think he's having more trouble with his teeth and stuff, and he's just been, like, really cuddly. So yeah, it's probably something to do with his teeth. Or like, we've noticed he's been a little bit sniffly as well, so he might have just, like, started getting, like, a little bit of a cold or something, you know. Like, we've been out and about quite a lot, and he's, like, a lot more recently anyway. But yeah, like, I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, while Rowan was in bed, I sat down and I played a bunch of Magic the Gathering on the laptop, as opposed to, you know, recording Day 79's vlog and editing it, or anything like that, which I should have been doing. Yeah, other than that, all good though, you know? Like, waited all the way up until around about 5:30, and I told Sigurta I was gonna make dinner and everything, and have it ready for her when she came in, so that she could do this thing that she's been wanting to do for a couple of days now, which is just bake a cake for herself. You know, I picked up like 3 giant punnets of strawberries a couple of days ago from one of the Erdbeerhofs, which is... Erdbeerhofs are this really interesting thing that they've got over here in Germany. I'm not sure about the rest of Europe, but I would imagine so. And what it is there's these little strawberry hut things that appear in the springtime, just as it's coming into summer. And people who have allotments and grow their own strawberries and asparagus take them over, sit in them and sell their produce for weeks. And it's all the stuff that they've been growing, all the, you know, it's fresh asparagus and fresh strawberries. And I don't know why it's just those 2 things. I mean, I'm sure there's 1 or 2 that sell other things as well, and there's some that's like sell jam and things that they made, but it's mainly just asparagus and strawberries. And yeah, like, they just appear out of nowhere, and you always get far too much when you go and buy from them, unless you specifically have a thing in mind, like, I'm gonna bake a cake or whatever. So I cooked, and I was in 2 minds at the very beginning. I was like, do I do something where it's a tomato-based sauce, or do I do a cheese-based sauce? Cheese, obviously, because I'm trying to be very good. And I opted for the cheese sauce because I was thinking, you know, I've been eating a lot of tomato, I've been eating tons and tons of, like, chili and mixing salsa in with stuff, and everything's been tomato based, and that's fine, but I just want to change it up a little bit, you know. I feel like having something cheesy. So I thought, right, I did a thing before with this cream replacement stuff, which was, I think it's like oat milk and oil in it. And I did this like mac and cheese bowl thing with chopped up tofu burger, like smashed tofu burger. I can't remember exactly how long ago it was. It wasn't that long, it was a few weeks. But I did that, and that worked out really, really well. The sauce was absolutely amazing. It was cheesy, it was delicious, it was amazing. And instead of saving any of the food, it was so good that I actually ate all of it in one sitting, which was kind of stupid, but you know, I was hungry at the time, and it was so good, and it was so cheesy. But yeah, I've been thinking about that for a little while now, and I was thinking, there's got to be a way of doing it without the oil and getting that same sort of consistency. I know that if I use corn flour, if I use cornstarch, that should thicken it, because that's how we usually thicken sauces and stuff, right? So I set some milk heating up and put in some onion powder and garlic powder and this, that and the other, because what I was going to do was I was going to make it separate from the rest of the actual dish, like all the other vegetables and everything, in case Sigurta didn't like the taste of it, because I know that she doesn't like nutritional yeast as a cheese supplement or a cheese replacement. She just likes cheese. And I can totally get behind that. I was a little bit dubious of nutritional yeast at first, but I have since been converted. It is very cheesy. It is very good. It is a pretty decent replacement for Parmesan and stuff. Yeah, like, I cooked it separately, and nothing I did would make it thicken. It was just warm milk with garlic and onion powder in, and like nutritional yeast. Nothing was happening to it. And that's when, you know, I was like most of the way through cooking, Saguta came in and said, "What on earth are you trying to do here?" I went, "Cheese sauce." "How are you making cheese sauce with almond milk?" "Put cornstarch in it." The reaction to that was, I think I can sum it up best by, yeah. I mean, like, I'm not a particularly great cook. Like, I'm a little bit experimental, but I shouldn't be, because I'm not like good enough to actually get away with that. So that didn't work out, obviously, understandably. So I scrapped it, and I basically just had my pasta dry. You know, had it just as is. So it was some fusilli pasta. I had a ton of broccoli in as well, and then this like sort of green mix of onions, spinach, garden peas. What else did I put in there? I put in rocket and a whole bunch of other stuff, or arugula as the Americans call it, or rucola as the Germans call it. Rocket. You know? And this is what it looked like. This is what I had, and it was really good. It was not as cheesy as I would have liked, and you know, without having some extra sauce, it was a little bit dry. Even though everything's been boiled and cooked, and there's liquid in there, it's just, it didn't have that sort of, that right flavour, that right mouthfeel. So I'm a little bit disappointed in that, but I you know, I can work around stuff next time. I can maybe like get more of the cream substitute and use that just as a one-off treat to have something with a bit of oil in, etc. So I don't know. I don't know. It bears investigating. I'm sure there's other ways. Someone actually. So the other day when I was bemoaning my my love of lemon curd when my mum was over, I think David maybe. Yeah, I'm fairly certain David. I could be wrong. If I am wrong, I'm really terribly sorry. But I think Dave, sent me a link to a vegan lemon curd recipe that doesn't use any dairy or butter or oil or anything. It's literally just like, here is a vegan egg replacement mix that you add this to and add this to, and then you make your curd from it. So I'm gonna have to try making that at some point. And if that works, I'm gonna be a happy man, because then I can have that with pretty much anything, and I'll be good, you know? Oh man. Ah, dearie me. Anyway, yeah, so there's that, and like I've been getting a couple of different recipes and instructions and advice and things, which has been pretty good. I've also gained followers actually in Germany. English speaking, but you know, like I think what I'm going to have to do, if I do more recipe books and things like that, or well, recipe books, recipe videos or anything, if I do more of those, I'm going to have to actually start saying like where I bought various different things, and actually like, you know, how much they are and things like that, because I didn't think that I'd have to do that, because most people who would stand a chance at watching this are going to be English or American or English speaking somewhere, and there's very little chance of it being in Germany, even though I do go out to different landmarks in Germany, and I live here and stuff, you know? But yeah, like I didn't think there was any point in showing off like the names of things or saying this spice, because you know, you're not going to be buying stuff in German, are you, for the most part? But now apparently people are, so I'm gonna have to work on that. Gonna have to keep all these different things in mind, which is it's interesting. A little bit different to what I had in mind at the beginning, but never mind. Never mind. It's all good. Right. I actually think I'm going to have a dessert tonight. I actually think I'm going to make something. So here's a picture of it. And what I'm going to say is, the plan is I'm going to take some of the strawberries and I'm going to slice them all up and I'm going to put them in a bowl and I'm going to put in some of my Dinkel muesli, the Spelt muesli, which I bought a new pack of. It's up here above my head. And then I'm going to put in some Alpro soya blueberry yogurt, which is literally just like non-dairy yogurt with blueberries in it. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay? That's that. Unless I've done differently, in which case it's not that, it's whatever is written underneath it. But that's what I'm gonna do. And yeah, just more water and stuff, I guess. Yeah. Awesome. Right, everything's done. Talked for far too long. I'm gonna stop waffling now and bugger off. I think you've maybe seen a fly in the footage somewhere. Like, keeps dive bombing my head. Dexter's locked in here with me. He's hunting it, so we'll see how that goes. He's been doing pretty good actually. As Dexter, he's been doing a good job of catching stuff and eating things. Apart from, you know, he keeps eating Rocket as well. I don't even pretend to ask or know why. He just really likes plants. Apparently. Strange creature. Anyway, right. All done. Thank you very much for joining me. I am going to put out day number 81's video tomorrow. Day number 81 is actually going to be quite interesting as well. I'm going over to my friend Tim's house and we're going to play some more board games and stuff. And I think we're going to finally make some progress on buying a new TV and that sort of stuff to replace the one that Dexter destroyed all that time ago. Because he's a little butt. Thank you very much for joining me. Hope you have a good one. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.